Hello guys and welcome to a new video. As you can kind of hear, if you focus on the background noise of the start of this video is going to be on, hang on, once I get Streamlabs to actually focus and actually work, is going to be on Train Simulator! Yeah, I've tried a train simulator video in the past, I know that, and it didn't really work, but now let's hope we're gonna get somewhere. Gonna delete that one and start a new one. As you can see from here, I have tried it multiple times. I've tried getting an idea for it pinned down multiple times. But what I think is the main, important thing to do first is get a main line situated. So, 4-track main line somewhere. So, I would say 4-track main line directly where we start, because where else would it make sense? I mean, it makes sense it'd be directly where that marker is. So, let's do 70 miles an hour. And make it about that long. For now, at least. And then get, details sorted out. Because normally, when I'm making a route, I put down the track. I go, yeah, I don't like where it is. Without even putting scenery in place to make it look good. So let's put down the train. Let's put down one of the old 450s. I do have the new ones, I just haven't enabled that pack. I just haven't enabled the new ones. Plus, the old one, the only thing I'm going to really use it for is track testing. Is, scenery testing. So, there's where the train will sit. This is going to be the up main line. That's going to be down, that's going to be up, and so on. And then there's probably going to be another 2 lines here. That's commuter ones. And the main line only stops at certain ones. So if there's a station on the main line that the commuter line needs to get to, I'll probably put a crossover to let the commuter get onto the mainline track and then back again. Does that mean doing stuff in the schedule editor? But oh well. So without further ado, let's get the detail in. So the train takes up about that. So no scenery can go this close to the track bed because it will just look weird. It can go about that far. So let's get some trees. Trees, bush line. Yeah, this bush line looks good. Let's turn that round. The way I turn that in 90-degree increments is I held control while turning them. That's a tip. That's a tip you need to know when you're doing stuff like this. And then let's just copy and paste these going along the line. Keep going. Then we can add some trees. And then some signals somewhere. It's probably going to be a signal gantry because having just normal standing signals on a 4-track main line like this will look a bit weird. Plus, you can't exactly put a freestanding signal in between 2 tracks without it looking a bit weird. especially tightly packed track like this. If it was more widely spaced, I would have probably done it, but this track isn't widely spaced. And even if none of these go in line, you can just take the alignment number, which is the X coordinate from the first one, and that will just automatically line every other one up. When it comes to here, don't be afraid to just dab it in the middle of another one, because it adds like clumpiness to it. So here's what we've got so far. Let's see if the distance between the first one and the train looks good. Yes, it does. So we can go on the first one, take the X coordinate, and go along every single other one, just opening the panel and just pasting in the X coordinate. This is going to take a long time, or at least some time, because did 3, so 4 now. This is going to take a while, so I'm probably going to time lapse doing the rest of this. So I'll be back once I've done it. Have put all the bushes in line with the first one, but as you see here, oh no, it's kind of clipping into the train. That can be stopped by just going like this. That selects every single bush. This doesn't select these ones because it's too close to the marker, so it kind of stops. So this selected every single bush along here. Now what you can simply do is unselect all the track, which would help if I actually knew a button combination for that, but I don't. So I'm probably gonna have to go select a few bushes there, or just, no, I won't delete the track, won't help. So just go through with holding control, clicking all the bushes along the track here, because the circular selector won't work because it's not an easy button to deselect. So I've gone through and selected every single bush. And then you go to the bush that's clipping into the train, hold shift and just drag your mouse out. And then there you go. All the bushes are now aligned. Because of the X coordinate being taken from that one, and that one being moved as well, means every single bush along this line will be in line with each other. All jokes aside, pun not intended. So now if you go into the train, ignore how freakishly bad this train is going to sound, because it's the old one. Now if you're just taking the train across along this line, along the main line, now instead of just going along this track and seeing nothing each side of you, you can see bushes. So like, we are going to add in trees And once I've added the trees in, that's when I'm going to end the video, because I don't want this video being too long. And I will continue adding parts in the next video. I might continue this route off camera, but I don't know yet. I might. So, you see, because of the perspective in the cab, that bush looked like it hit the train, but it didn't. There's still, like, if the door opened, you can probably fit 2 of the doors before the bush actually hits part of the train. So, let's get the train back to the starting position. So, go in the train. Shut up, the SD. No one cares. So, look, put the train in full surface braking. Turn the reverser off. Click that button there. Next, nope, not next rail vehicle. Previous rail vehicle, which is next to it. And it will take you to the back cab. Reverser on. Full throttle. And away we go. And since we didn't add any signals yet, or any markings for the main line, and since we're in a free roam scenario, we won't fail by going back the way we came. So, let's just stop the train at the end of the track here, or at least relatively close, because we don't actually want to hit the buffers, because that is a fail condition in a free roam. Well, it's a fail condition wherever you play, basically. I say that is pretty much where the train was when we first started the video. So let's add in some trees. You know, you could also add in some of these. So near 20 meter and near 10 meter edge lines. And some of these. And some of those. I might actually add those in. And along with some of these miscellaneous ones. That can be somewhere else. Like on another line somewhere. And then you can add some grass. But for right now, I'm looking for trees. That is a singular tree. What you really want to find is this. A row of trees. Those aren't the trees that I'm looking for. Those aren't either. Those are definitely not. They're too close together. So these are the trees I'm kind of looking for. You can kind of put these next to the track. And even though they're 2D, you can kind of add more detail by putting 3D trees behind them. So, watch. If I just go through putting these trees along the line like this. So, bang, 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 bang. And since these are bigger assets, they're going to be easier to click than the bushes. And like I said before, I'm placing them not in line because I'm taking the X coordinate of the first one. And when you get here, don't be afraid to just chuck it in the middle of another one, because it adds detail, as you can see. These 2D trees are weird because they will follow the camera wherever you go, wherever the camera goes. So just don't be weirded out by that when you're route building. If any of you are actually going to be route building other than me. Because I know press Control C there, not Control V, but oops. So I know some of you, well, most of you, some of my viewers that watch my train sim content, well, I can't say that they might not root build. They might root build, and I just don't know. But yeah. So once we get to the end of the tree line here, I won't exactly end the video right away. I will get the trees in line, go in the train one more time, show you what has been made in this video. Seems I've left a little gap, which I didn't want. So just move that tree row over a bit and it won't do anything because I've placed them close together. As you can see, these little gaps in between the assets, well, in between the rows themselves, and not like my doing. That's how the asset was made. That's what I'm talking about when I said you can kind of add more detail by putting 3D trees behind them. Because if you put 3D trees behind 2D trees, it kind of adds background to it. So yeah, let's run through this. Let's take a drive through this main line at the moment as it stands and have a look at what's been made in this video. Okay, turn the train off, go to the front of it. Let's just not go full power because that will not let us see everything clearly. Let's just take it as at a slow pace. So like notch 1, 2, 3, and that's as far as I'm going. So we can just see all the detail that is on this main line at the moment. So as you can see, the bushes and trees alone make a track that you would want to continue working on. Because going down a track is boring when you don't have detail there. For example, if I just stop the train here, that detail is on the left when we're going forwards. But look on the left side of the cab window here when I'm going backwards. So stop the train, switch it. Focus on the left of the window as we're going backwards. You see, it's boring because there's nothing there. And then you look at the right of the window, and then you see all this detail. This is what I mean. Detail makes it so you want to continue working on this route, or any route that you're making. So, let's stop the train at the beginning, where we started this video, or relatively close, and I'll let you guys decide in the comments whether or not the detail makes a route worth working on. I'm gonna lose right now. Makes sense. But because we went into driver after putting all of that in, it saves the route. For example, because I was not was not actually expecting to hit the buffers there. Yeah. As you guys can see, because we went into driver, it has saved the route. So, I hope you guys have enjoyed this video. If you did like it, drop a like, share it with any of your friends who want to try and get into route building, or just use this video as an example for yourself. And yeah, I hope you guys have enjoyed this video, and I'll see you guys in the next video that I put out. See you guys later.